So, what is your name?
I'm Ethan.
Ethan. Hi. And you guys work for
Bulldog
Bulldog.
and Three Pillars Media.
Film
you, film her.
Yeah.
Hi. This is our day today. Well, hello there.
Howdy.
We are just about to head home and drop this guy off. And, you know, a couple weeks ago we said, if it's not one adventure, it's another. So we had to stop through the yard yesterday. We got there fairly early in the day and we were done for the day. And we ran into, well, he ran into a guy by the name of Grant. Grant is someone that we met at the driver banquet earlier this year. And he's kind of been contracted by Schuster to do some promotional stuff, commercials, static advertisements for Facebook and that sort of thing. And he works for an outfit called Bulldog, just in case you care. And at the driver banquet, he asked if we would be interested in doing anything social media related in connection with Schuster. Sure. I mean, we're already out here doing social media stuff anyway, so what's a little bit more? So when we were at the yard yesterday, he ran into Grant going in to turn in some paperwork, and Grant's like, oh, hey, are you busy? And then I got this text message exchange. To say I was panicked just a little bit is the understatement of the century. We're going home. I haven't cleaned house because we're going home, and when we get home, I'm taking everything out of the truck and I'm deep cleaning. And then he shows up at the truck with the camera crew, and they wanted to take pictures and videos of us with the dogs and just interesting stuff. They're like, can you go just play with the dogs? Our dogs don't play. They're old. So then Grant invited us up to do an interview. Basically just sit and have a conversation with him, but we have to have a conversation with him in such a way that the camera doesn't know that he is there. It's a really hard thing to do, to train yourself to look at the camera lens rather than the motion that's going on the screen. And so we've spent a lot of time kind of training ourselves to look at the camera lens. Well, now we get into this interview and Grant's like, don't look at the camera doesn't exist. And it's like, wow, okay, this is going to be really difficult.
It was different. I'd do it again though.
I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with the footage of us that they have.
We gave them money to edit through.
So that was yesterday. Today, because we're just basically waiting for time to pass so we can go pick up our home load and go home with it. Today we are taking a trailer load of our stuff and making deliveries to 3 small stores. But in case you didn't notice, the wind is kind of
It's a
blowing.
little breezy today. It could be interesting. We may end up stopping somewhere and have to wait this out. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see you at the first stop.
we are done for the day. Wind's blowing 30, 40 mile an hour with gusts up to 50. Plus now, it's freaking snowing. There's that. I've got maybe 16,000 pounds in the box. So it's going to be extremely easy for me to get tipped over now. So we're going to drive about a mile back down the road and call it a day. See you, bye.
Howdy. Good afternoon. So after we got up yesterday, we had to finish our delivery in Fairmont, Minnesota, and then took the empty back down to Lamar's. Picked up another empty reefer trailer, took that up to Storm Lake, Iowa, and picked up the load that we just brought into Frontenac, Kansas. Yeah, we got down here at about 7:30 this morning, and they said, hey, you know, you're a little early, go on down the street and park. And then at about 11 o'clock, they called us over to get unloaded, and now it's just after 1, and we're finally leaving. Whew. So, you know what this means. It's time for the next adventure. Over the next several days, he's going to go down, spend some time with our daughter, and go on his annual fishing trip with her. I get the fun job of taking the boys down to the vet, getting their rabies shots, and just general well checks. And then our daughter's going to come up to me after spending time with him. She's coming up and she's going to spend some time with me. We're going to go back to Burlington and surprise our sensei and go to karate class.
I'm going to go fishing for an extra day by myself.
Yep.
With my guide.
Yep. And I'm sure he'll smoke more than a few cigars while he's down there too. So, stick around, stay tuned for the next bit of adventure, and we will see you guys later.
Okay, well, can you guys introduce yourself, and you guys have is it a Facebook page?
This is Brian. This is Brian.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, okay.
This is Vanya. I'm a Schuster driver. She's just a rider. I'm looking at the camera again.
This is Brian. He's a Schuster driver.
Thank you. This is Vanya. She's a Schuster wife. I've been driving for Schuster for 2.5 years. What?
This is Brian, and he's a Schuster driver.
This is Vanya. She's a Schuster wife. If you want to see, I'm looking at the camera. Well, I gotta look at you.
No. Okay. Anyway. This is Brian. He's a Schuster driver.
This is Vanya. She's a Schuster wife. I've been driving for Schuster for 2.5 years. If you want to see what our life is like on the road, you can find us on YouTube at Turnpikes and Twisties.
Better. Do it again.
This is Brian, and he's a Schuster driver.
This is Vanya. She's my Schuster wife.
Oh, that was good,
that
too.
was so good.
This is Brian, and he's a Schuster driver.
This is Vanya. She's my Schuster wife. I've been driving for Schuster for 2.5 years. If you want to see what it's like on the road for us, you can find us on YouTube and Facebook at Turnpikes and Twisties.
Perfect.
You go first. It's your turn to go first.
I'm Brian.
I'm Vanya.
I've been driving for Schuster for 2.5 years.